YouTube, this is Tom with Fresh Vintage. We have a very special guest here, Adam, LZ.
Hello.
What's going on, man? Thanks so much for taking the time.
Of
here.
course.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So you have an awesome car. We just saw you out on the track. Definitely check out the video here at the end of this. Really, really amazing drift. How did you get into this? Sorry, hold the phone. How did you lose your trunk lid? Where's your trunk lid?
Oh, they're just refueling it. So they're
just refueling it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Usually it's because I crashed into a wall, but
okay. I was like, I don't remember seeing a trunk lid flying through the air. So, but anyway, how did you get into this? Because I mean, drifting is a fine art. It really is. And how did you start? And like, what cars did you start in, working your way up to the RTR here?
So originally, when I was 16, my first car was an automatic 325i E46 BMW.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I drifted it, but I tried in the snow.
Tried your hardest. Okay.
Crashed it twice, and then I said, you know what? I'm good on drifting until I can afford a real drift car. And it was like maybe like 3 or 4 years later, I got a 240SX.
Okay, there you go.
SR20, a little 2-liter turbo.
Okay.
And just started doing donuts in parking lots and going to drift events and just trying to learn as much as I could.
Awesome, awesome. And forgive my silly question. I'm sure there's people watching know exactly the process, but I'm assuming RTR has a very regimented process, like a qualification process. Is there like a training course, or like what did they give you the keys to the car? Like how did you go through their course to get into that?
For sure. I mean, there's a lot of factors when it comes into driving for RTR, or really any team. Some of it is accolades, like things you've driven. A lot of it is marketability as a person. You know, they want to marry their brand to someone. A lot of it is also just knowing the right people. You know, it's a family, so you got to jive with the crew, you got to jive with the team. I actually drove a just random demo kind of like this with Vaughn like 3 or 4 years before I even drove for the team. And that was like, from there, you know, we just meet up, we'd have some fun, they'd stop by, they'd drive their Mustangs while I'm driving my other cars. And sure enough, the universe aligned and I was able to drive as a spot in their team. And it was a very cool opportunity.
That's awesome. And that actually is a perfect segue because we saw Vaughn and we saw you at Hyperfest. Hyperfest, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Amazing to see you guys go in that the skid pad and whatnot. Then you did the full court drift. They're just mind-boggling. But we were joking earlier, so we have to ask the question, like, have you ever had any, like, call it pucker moments, like where you're like, oh my gosh, like you're in the seat and you're like, I don't know, like you lose
all the time.
All the time. Okay.
Yeah, like if that's not happening, in my opinion, you're not driving hard enough.
Okay.
Because like it's weird, but like one of the things that we get judged on in drifting is looking like you're about to crash without crashing.
It's really a fine line, like a very fine art, so to speak.
Like the more ridiculous and snappy and speed and looking like you're gonna fly into a wall you can be, the more exciting it is to watch, and it really is a spectator sport. So
and it really is a fine line when you watch out there. I mean, you're right on the bleeding edge, so to speak, but in a good way. So one final silly question we were talking about: what's your daily driver car, and how much horsepower do you think it has?
I kind of have like 2 daily drivers. The main daily driver is actually very similar to this. It's an S550 Mustang RTR Spec 5.
Okay.
It's a supercharged 5-liter, makes 700 horsepower.
Okay.
That's my like typical car, and then if the weather's nice, I have a 1998 Toyota Chaser. It's like a 4-door Camry looking, slammed on some 3-piece wheels, but it's got a big 2JZ that makes similar horsepower, 700. So it's like a sleeper.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
the RTR
fantastic.
looks crazy, so people think that it's fast, but my little Camry, I love just trolling people.
It's a great. It's almost a sleeper, you know. So Adam, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you like classic cars, if you like muscle cars, if you like RTR action, Fresh Vintage is your channel. Please like and subscribe, and make sure you keep it between the ditches.